Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Early action can be life-changing. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
The future depends on teachers. Every day, teachers are shaping our tomorrows, starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Right now, in a classroom somewhere in the United States, there's a teacher inspiring a future scientist who will make preventing pandemics their life's work, sharpening the mind of an aspiring environmentalist who will help combat climate change, and generating possibilities for a student who will be the first in their family to graduate college. It all starts with teachers who meet challenges with creativity, who reinvent education for the future, who work towards a school system that lifts up every child, regardless of race, income, or zip code, and to enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisisretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in retirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisisretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
680 KFBQ, your home for ag news and info.
Food security. It is a term heard in several contexts, all associated, though, with the premise to make sure an individual, a country, our globe, has enough food for subsistence and growth. While some, like Agriculture Deputy Secretary Xochitl Torres-Small, looks at times at food security from the lens of increased U.S. food and farm exports,
enhancing international trade, which is fundamental to expand markets at home as well as to global food security.
others might approach it from the perspective of innovation, whether food is grown on a large-scale farm or an urban community garden complex.
Using innovative technology such as controlled environment agriculture, hydroponics, aquaponics, indoor vertical production.
I'm Rod Bain. Brian Gussie of USDA's Office of Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production is among those joining us as we fill in the what at the beginning of the statement, what as food security? Part 2 of a series in this edition of Agriculture USA. Blank as food security. It is a statement with a different beginning depending on how an individual or a nation or even our collective world approaches it. And those approaches are diverse. Many believe in the importance of innovation as food security. USDA Director of the Office of the Chief Scientist, Deirdre Chester, says innovation on the farm level is illustrated in ways like
the use of biotechnology, which includes genetic engineering to improve crop production efficiency, precision agriculture technologies like AI, robotic sensors, GPS, and drones to automate currently labor-intensive farm practices.
For residents in urban areas where perhaps food deserts exist or access to fresh food is challenging for a myriad of reasons, one perception could be urban agriculture as food security. USDA Office of Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production Director Brian Gussie says similarly, based on various disruptions such as conflict somewhere else in the world or a global pandemic, consideration is needed in resilient supply chains as food security.
The food aggregator, wholesale food distributor, food hub, or direct-to-consumer market.
That direct-to-consumer sales and marketing can be found in models such as farmers markets across the country, serving urban and rural customers. This is Agriculture Undersecretary for Marketing and Regulatory Programs, Jenny Moffitt.
All consumers, no matter their income level, no matter where they come from, can be able to shop at farmers market and be able to buy that great, delicious food that we love to enjoy so much and taste and buy at farmers markets.
Such access is available to citizens with income challenges via offerings connected to USDA food and nutrition programs. USDA research economist Jordan Jones is among those who study food and nutrition assistance as food security.
SNAP participation increased in 2023 to about 42 million people per month on average, and that came out to about a 12.6% national participation rate. In terms of developments, we saw a sizable increase in the regular benefit for the year.
International food aid programs as food security includes efforts such as those administered by USDA and the U.S. Agency for International Development and program participants such as U.S. Food Associates. According to USWA Stephen Mercer,
wheat has always been a major commodity for food aid. We are currently seeing a lot of wheat moving to the Horn of Africa and also to Yemen.
Perhaps the most basic premise regarding food security is ag producers as food security, with several U.S. farms relying on off-farm income to keep operations going and provide our nation and the world with a bountiful harvest. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack believes in economic opportunity via a cyclical farm economic model as food security.
Instead of the farmer working two jobs, we figure out how the farm can create more income for that person. How about we create multiple income streams that farmer can utilize, so if commodity prices are down 1 year, maybe there's another source of income that's also coming into the farm that bolsters the family farm income.
Correspondingly, increased income means greater opportunity for the next generation of farmers and ranchers to operate in the future. The case of successful transition as farm security. While the examples just discussed provide an idea of the diverse, complex, yet necessary components of food security, this is just really scratching the surface. More ways to fill in the blank in blank as food security is coming up in a future program. This has been Agriculture USA. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Children's mental health is in crisis. That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up. Parents tell us the challenges are real, so you know what to do if they have a fever. But when you see them struggling emotionally, and you're like, what do I do? You're going to find tons of things on the internet, but you want it to be from a trusted source. The Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free, expert-developed resources to millions across the United States. Don't wait for a concern or crisis. Learn more at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is America's largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. For more information or to see how you can help, please visit usdeputy.org.
KFEQ St. Joseph on 95.3 K237HF. St. Joseph in the Reed Automotive Group Studio. The most trusted news, talk and fun.
Back to a battleground state. I'm Lisa Becerra, Fox News. With just over a month until Election Day, Vice President Harris in Flint, Michigan this evening, promising help for families that are financially struggling.
I will always put the middle class and working families first. I come from the middle class, and I will never forget where I come from.
And Harris said that over the past 3.5 years, we have brought manufacturing back to America, creating 730,000 jobs and more than 20 new auto plants in the U.S., which she said was done by investing in American industry and American workers. Former President Trump set to hold a town hall this hour in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Earlier, he was in Georgia with the governor to survey devastation from Hurricane Helene.
The former president addressing the loss of life and recovery from the storm in Columbia County.
I have no doubt that whatever can be done is going to be done. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of effort, and it's a very heartbreaking situation.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp noting the storm killed 33 people in the state and wiped out most of this year's crop.
35% of our cotton crop is a total loss. 10 to 30% of the peanut crop is lost.
Former President Trump again alleging FEMA disaster funds were used to house undocumented immigrants, which the White House calls bald-faced lies. President Biden approving Georgia's request for 100% federal reimbursement of storm recovery costs for 3 months.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. President Biden saying he's confident the November election will be free and fair, but he said,
I don't know whether it'll be peaceful. The things that Trump has said and the things that he said last time out, when he didn't like the outcome of the election, were very dangerous.
The president made the comments when he dropped in ahead of the White House briefing. It's the first time he's answered questions from reporters during the daily briefing. America is listening to Fox News.
Madam
it's roofing. No, the roof of your RV has a leak and it's ruining the furniture. Oh, that's okay. I'm covered by Progressive. But maybe I'm a swim-teaching roofer who makes furniture.
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Roof Protection Plus and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Roof Protection Plus available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated. And you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine.
Not fun.
Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. We find the right people for your role fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Supreme Court giving the Biden administration's clean energy agenda a big legal win.
The EPA's new rules on coal plant emissions can stay in place for now. The Supreme Court striking down legal challenges from several states and energy industry organizations that argued the regulations were unrealistic for the industry to achieve and could threaten the U.S. power grid. Under the rules, coal and natural gas producers would have to cut or capture 90% of their climate pollution by 2032, a key strategy for the Biden administration's efforts to combat climate change. The court is also allowing EPA rules to reduce methane from oil and gas facilities to continue. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
American employers added 254,000 jobs in September. Last week.